Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lax Sports Network's coverage of the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championship live from the University of Limerick in Ireland here on laxsn.com. Today, we have a matchup in Group B. Puerto Rico 1-0 to begin the championships so far, taking on the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic playing in its first game of the championships. Kudakov here with you, getting set to bring you the play-by-play. As I mentioned, Puerto Rico, they are 1-0. They had an 11-3 victory over Israel yesterday, and they got performances of 4 different players with with multiple goals in the game as they spread around that offense in the 11-3 win. And of course, again, for the Czech Republic, this is the first game that they are playing on the course of their time in Ireland. Ready for the opening face-off here. Puerto Rico in the white on your left. Czech Republic in the red. For the Czech Republic, that's Jan Dobias, who is on the face-off on your right. And for Puerto Rico, it's Colin Baez, who was 8 for 17 yesterday against Israel at the face-off X. Soon to be a sophomore at Jacksonville University. Ready for the whistle to blow, and we are underway in this Group B matchup, the last game of the entire day in Ireland. It's early evening, 86 degrees. Puerto Rico will have the first offensive attack here. Handling the ball right now, Christian Laureato. Out top along with William Mercano. And now joining the play in the midfield, the captain of the Puerto Rican team, Brandon Avias. Aviles, he had a couple of goals yesterday. Sets up a shot and a score here, and Puerto Rico strikes first. About a minute in. Take a look at the replay here. Good dodge right by Aviles, and then that's Owen Fasulka who scores his second goal in the couple of games now for Puerto Rico. Running clock in these games, except for the final the final minute. And then in the fourth quarter, final 2 minutes, have a stop clock situation. Is off the face-off. Baez going hard to the cage on his own. Taken back by the Czech Republic. They haven't yet been able to get down the field offensively. Puerto Rico already with the 1-0 lead. With the goal a few moments ago by Owen Fasulka. Assisted by Brandon Aviles. Good contact there on the far side of the field. And the Czech Republic able to quickly come back and tie this game up. Count that goal for Stefan Friedel. And we're tied at 1. A lot of space there behind the Puerto Rico defense as they lost track of Friedel. So the first goal of the tournament for the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic strikes back 1-1.
The other two teams in this group, Japan and Israel, and they are in action as we speak. And Japan has a 4-2 lead. It looks like heading into the third quarter of that one. As I mentioned, Israel lost to Puerto Rico yesterday. And Japan playing in its first game today as well, just like the Czech Republic. Puerto Rico on offense. Marcel Vernon Jr. with that dodge, have a whistle away from the play there, and it's turned over to the Czech Republic. Cleared. That's Jakub Adamiak, number 4. So we're tied at 1. Good answer by the Czech Republic after Puerto Rico's quick goal. Stop made there in goal for Puerto Rico by Jaden Algarin. He's going to be a sophomore at Goucher College, a Division III school in Maryland. He's a Maryland native with 13 saves yesterday against Israel and allowed just 1 goal in playing almost a full game. Played all but I think it was 4 or 5 minutes of that final quarter. Not ahead by Puerto Rico, Aviles. Played about 5 minutes so far. No clock visible on the field. They keep it on the sideline and yell it out when necessary, as rolling to the left and scoring is Christian Laureato. Soon to be sophomore at Mercer. His 3rd goal of the championships after 2 yesterday. And Puerto Rico regains the lead here 2-1. Face-off win for Puerto Rico, as they have won all 3 of the face-offs here. Vernon Jr. now from out from behind the cage, being held by Joshua Melcarso. And he goes to the goal, high, low, and the finish. Nicely done. His 3rd goal already, and his first here today. Soon to be sophomore, rising sophomore at Marist College out of Milford, Pennsylvania. A good look at it again here as he goes one-on-one and cleanly beats the defender. 3-1 Puerto Rico. We got a timeout that was called by the Czech Republic here. So 3-1 Puerto Rico. We've got a timeout on the field here at the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships here on LaxSN.com.
All right, we're coming out of that water break. That was a mandatory hydration break. Safety of the players.
All right, the timeout called by the Czech Republic. 3-1 Puerto Rico. They have the lead. Get a time check here in a moment. I think we have about 7 minutes left in this first quarter. Christian Laureato trying to roll to the middle. Forced off to the left side. Looking to feed it in front of the crease now. Ball is up in the air. Everybody chopping at it. Looks to be in the crease now, and it's picked up by the goalie for the Czech Republic. Joseph Slavik is in goal for the Czech Republic. Goals for Puerto Rico by Fasolka, Christian Laureano, and Joshua Belcarcel. The Czech Republic goal by Stefan Friedel. And an assist by John Pfizer. Comes back to the other side. Easy pickup for Puerto Rico. Turnover by the Czech Republic.
6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
6 minutes left in the first quarter.
Score is 3-1 in favor of Puerto Rico. 3-1.
Aviles playing catch with Christian Laureano. And now Aviles goes to work. And just a little bit of room for that shot from the left wing from long distance. Able to score, Brandon Aviles. His first goal today and his third goal overall. And it's 4-1 Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has dominated at the faceoff X thus far, and another win. As Colin Baez continues to be perfect. Well, no, one loss on the faceoff X thus far for Puerto Rico. And they're back in control here, up 4-1. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Here's William Mercano. Rising senior Christopher Newport University. He takes it all the way in, and it goes off of either the post or the goalie. Hard to tell. It'll be backed up, though, by Puerto Rico, and they will keep possession. Belcarcel. Fighting through the contact there. Mercado keeps the offense moving. Marcel Vernon Jr. now from Windham, New Hampshire. Dodges right down the alley. Bounces one in. And it's 5-1 Puerto Rico. Marcel Vernon Jr. with his first goal in Ireland. Puerto Rico continues to dominate offensively and defensively like they did yesterday, winning over Israel 11-3. Now a 5-1 lead. Now them for unofficially 5 goals on 7 shots here in the first quarter.
Remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. And whistle stop the play here as Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico calls timeout.
And Puerto Rico will use a timeout here in the first quarter. So final couple of minutes of the first quarter play. It's been all Puerto Rico thus far as they lead 5-1 here in Ireland.
We recognize the technical difficulties on the playing of the Puerto Rican national anthem. Some corrections to the file, so I apologize to all you folks up on the hill. And get it straight. Just know that we did do it on purpose. All right, coming out of that timeout, 2:05 remaining in the first quarter. The score of 5-1 in favor of Puerto Rico.
Back to action here. Puerto Rico with the 5-1 lead, and right out of the timeout, they make it 6-1. So everything working well for Puerto Rico right now. 6 goals on 7 shots in this first quarter. Czech Republic's only goal came about 2.5 minutes in. And that's going to be the first goal of the game for William Mercano. 6 goals and 6 different goal scorers. Also had a slashing call called on the Czech Republic. And a long pole shot that doesn't find the back of the net. Jakub Adamiak. Good job, though, off the face-off win to carry it in. So the Czech Republic is on offense here. And I may have been mistaken about a penalty call. It's the other game going on is at a field that's right next door, and sometimes picking up some of the announcements from the public address in that game as well. Doing our best to follow along on the live stats. Thomas Kanodik. Down the middle, a shot and a save. Shot by Simon Kucera. Denied by Puerto Rico goalie Jaden Algarin.
The end of the first quarter.
And that's the end of the first quarter. All right, Puerto Rico 6, Czech Republic 1 after 1 quarter of play. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships live from the University of Limerick in Ireland on laxsn.com. We are ready for the second quarter of play. 6-1 Puerto Rico on top of the Czech Republic. Puerto Rico scored the first goal of the game less than 1 minute in. Czech Republic tied it about a minute and a half later, but since then, 5 consecutive goals by Puerto Rico. 6 goals, 6 different goal scorers for the team in white. And they scored 6 goals on 7 shots and make it 7 goals on 8 shots as they quickly connect another one here early on in the second quarter. 7-1 Puerto Rico.
Score is now 7-1.
Off the face-off win to begin the second quarter. Carcerel with the goal on the assist by Aviles. In goal, Jaden Algarin for Puerto Rico. 3 saves in the first quarter. Joseph Slavic with 1 for the Czech Republic. And now that's the first multi-goal score of the game for Puerto Rico. They're well on their way to surpassing the goal total they had yesterday against Israel in an 11-3 win. Speaking of Israel, they're playing Japan right now, and it's 7-2 Japan. That game is in the third quarter. Looks like it might be heading to the fourth quarter any moment now. That's Japan's first game. They're in the same group, of course, Group B. Israel would fall to 0-2. Czech Republic playing in their first game here right now as you're watching. And Puerto Rico hoping to go to 2-0, and they're well on their way as they pour in another one. Christian Laureato with his second goal today and his fourth over the first two games here in Ireland. On an 86-degree evening, early evening in Limerick, Puerto Rico on fire right now as they've connected on all but one shot that they have taken. Back to the face-off X where it's Baez for Puerto Rico. Have him at 6 for 8 thus far. And for the Czech Republic, it's Andrej Strablik. Another win for Puerto Rico. Jogging ahead with it, William Mercano. He's from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Mentioned he'll be a senior at Christopher Newport University, Division III program. Harrison Walpo, number 8 in white, had the ball there. And now it's Melcarcel behind the cage, looking to feed. Gets it to Walpo, who scores. The Bozeman, Montana native. And it's 9-1 Puerto Rico. They're shooting 90%.
Just under 12 minutes to go.
As we are under 12 minutes left to go in the second quarter now. 9-1 Puerto Rico. Mentioned the hot shooting numbers. Looking back at yesterday's game, Puerto Rico had 11 goals on 29 shots against Israel and 9 goals on 10 shots thus far here today. Puerto Rico continues to maintain control here. Vernon Jr. Now Aviles, who's going to be a junior at Syracuse, a Setauket, New York native, the captain of this Puerto Rico team. Vernon Jr. has a goal. Using the Aviles screen, forced back outside the restraining line. Christian Laureato dodging left. Tough shot backing up. Goes low with it. Skips by the goal. Still Puerto Rico possession as Sean Laureano was there. Sean Laureano trying to dump it down in front. It goes behind the cage and then in the crease. It was grabbed there by the Czech Republic goalie, Josef Slavik. 10 minutes left in the second. Puerto Rico tallying 6 goals in the first quarter, leading 6-1 after one. And now with this lead up to 9-1. Friedel carrying it right now near the end line. He has the Czech Republic goal being watched defensively by Marcus Kreidler. Friedel tiptoeing along the line there. Comes back around with a shot. It was off the body of Algarin. A whistle. And we see there was a flag and a 30-second flag penalty on Puerto Rico. So the Czech Republic will have a man up. See if the Czech Republic can convert here and get a little momentum back on their side. It was tied 1-1, but Puerto Rico 8 in a row. Ball just dropped there. And out of the pack with it for Puerto Rico is Kreidler with the long pole. Marcus Kreidler of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Still with it. And then finally gets whistled down here as he almost went coast to coast.
The timeout was called with 6 seconds remaining in the penalty.
Puerto Rico called a timeout as that play was developing. And Marcus Kreidler maybe denied a long pole goal there coast to coast because of the timeout called by his sideline. So we've got a timeout. 9-1 Puerto Rico here in the second quarter. They are dominating right now in Limerick here on laxsn.com. Still about 6 seconds left for Puerto Rico to waste off the penalty time against them, and then been back to even strength, 9-1. Puerto Rico leading after they just called a timeout. They have had 8 different goal scorers in this game. Joshua Belcarso, the only one with multiple goals for Puerto Rico. Here the announcement, man down for 6 more seconds after the penalty a few minutes ago. It was an offside penalty that led to the 32nd man up chance for the Czech Republic. So now it's even strength. Got about 7.5 minutes left by my unofficial clock here. Left in the second quarter is a shot-off target by Christian Laureato. He's got a pair of goals as well in this game. Mentioned Balcarcel, the only one with 2, but so it's 7 different goal scorers. For the Puerto Rico's 9. Mercano rolls back to his left, feeds it behind the cage. Good diagonal pass out. Aviles goes low, trickles through, and good help defense. Slavic getting help there. Got just enough of it to make sure it didn't have a ton of momentum to get over the line. You can hear the announcement on the other field, 9-3. Or 9-2. Japan leading over Israel. And they've got about, looks like 6 minutes left in that game. This game that you're watching right here is the final game of the day. Still mid-80s with the sun shining. Tobias Petrek Pushed a bit by Brandon Perkins. Perkins lost a little bit of his footing and then led to a shot opportunity for number 6 there, Stepan Friedel, who has the Czech Republic goal.
As a reminder, folks, we do have a heat warning in effect, so for this player safety, we added a hydration break. That is just stoppage happening right now.
And you can also pick up, just as I mentioned how hot it is, 85, 86 degrees, they're saying that because of those conditions, adding a hydration break now here into the second quarter. So not a timeout taken by either side, but a hydration break. With the very warm conditions. Have it actually at 88 degrees right now. And almost 6 o'clock in Ireland. Prague, the Czech Republic, only an hour ahead. Anybody watching there? It's only 6:39 in the evening. And of course, in Puerto Rico, heading towards 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Tomorrow, there'll be plenty of action here on Lax Sports Network. It'll start at 6 a.m. Eastern Time with Kenya taking on Poland. And at 7 a.m., China and Wales. And the marquee, one of 2 marquee games on Lax Sports Network tomorrow. You have this Czech Republic team taking on Japan at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. 9 a.m., we'll see Hong Kong and the Netherlands. 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, Jamaica and Ireland. At noon, another spotlight game on Lax Sports Network, Sweden and Uganda. 1 o'clock Eastern, you've got Germany and Latvia.
All right, coming out of that hydration break.
And a couple of games as well tomorrow on ESPN Plus. You have Australia and England at 11 a.m. and the USA and Haudenosaunee at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Those are all the games tomorrow I just went through. I'll be on the call for a pair, Jamaica and Ireland and Germany and Latvia tomorrow. All right, back to action here out of the hydration break. Save made by Algarin. And a ground ball picked up by Brandon Perkins. He's going to be a one-man clear here for Puerto Rico. Jaden Algarin now with 5 saves for Puerto Rico. This is Diego Leon. Back out for Christian Laureato. Laureato gets the slide. The pass in front intended for Fasolka was a bit high. Now you see a flag flying in. Unnecessary roughness, a 1-minute penalty call on Adam Kucera. So, 1 minute of man-up time here for Puerto Rico. Their offensive scoring rate has slowed a bit. Scored 9 goals on their first 10 shots of the game, and now they haven't scored on their last 3. 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Man up here for Puerto Rico. No look pass by Aviles leads to a goal. Now Carcel, his 3rd goal. Man up tally for Puerto Rico. And Aviles will pick up his first assist of the day to go along with a goal. No look fooled our cameraman as well. No shame in that. It's 10-1 Puerto Rico. And you can hear a lot of the action from the field next door as well from the Japan-Israel game that's winding to a conclusion. Looks like we are getting a timeout called, I would guess, by the Czech Republic here. Well, so pausing the action, whatever it might be. Like I said, I'm guessing the Czech Republic called a timeout. Again, these U21 championships were originally a U19 tournament slated for a couple of years ago. Of course, we know with the pandemic, postponed a couple of years, and so the upper age limit pushed up to 21. So the players that were going to be, playing a couple of years ago, still able to play for their respective nations. So 10-1 Puerto Rico here in the second quarter. With just a couple of minutes left. Looks like they called that timeout officially with 3:30 left to go. The Czech Republic did. And action will resume momentarily. So 3.5 minutes left in this second quarter. Puerto Rico has been dominant thus far. Colin Baez trying to win the face-off out to himself there, but Czech Republic's Jakub Adamiak able to pick it up. And the Czech Republic in red will head towards offense. Three minutes left here. Sounds like Japan and Israel has now gone final on the field next door, with Japan picking up the victory at 10-3. So Japan begins Group B play 1-0. Israel falls to 0-2. Puerto Rico looking to go to 2-0 here, and Czech Republic playing in its first game. Jarred out of the cross of Tomas Knodik by his player on the other side with the same number, Jack Selanak. And now a shot bounced in and scored, so the Czech Republic a good job to stay. 2 minutes left. Czech Republic gets its second goal here in the second quarter.
Making the score 10-2 in favor of Puerto Rico.
About 90 seconds left as the clock continues to run here.
30 seconds remaining in this quarter.
Here's the announcement. Puerto Rico with the ball after the face-off. Final minute of the second quarter. Look at the statistics for Puerto Rico. They've got 3 goals on 3 shots by Joshua Valcarcel. Scrum for the ground ball. Trying to rake it home was Marcel Vernon. And there's a save made. In goal for the Czech Republic by Joseph Slavic. Christian Laureato's got a couple of goals. And then 1 goal each by Brandon Aviles, Owen Fasolka, William Mercano, Marcel Vernon, and Harrison Walpo. Czech Republic goals by Stepan Friedel and Lucas Kucera. Got a flag on the play here. A late penalty as we're winding down here in the second quarter. Puerto Rico has outshot the Czech Republic for the game 14-9. So 10 goals on 14 shots for Puerto Rico. And the time expires in the first half. So 10-1 Puerto Rico leading at halftime. They led 6-1 after 1 and pushed the lead out to 8 goals. Excuse me, it's 10-2. 10-2 is your score. They just got to update the scoreboard on your screen there. But 10-2 is the score at halftime here between Puerto Rico and the Czech Republic. In Group B action, you're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships on laxsn.com. We are getting ready for the third quarter to begin here. In the final moments, we had an interference penalty that was called on the Czech Republic. So Puerto Rico is on the man up for a few more seconds. Here's the third quarter begins. And another flag comes on in as a save was made by Josef Slavic in goal for the Czech Republic. 10-2 Puerto Rico as this third quarter, as you can obviously see, is underway. And looks like a penalty on the Czech Republic, number 98. That is Jakub Fleischmann. So Puerto Rico right back on the man up here. Outshot the Czech Republic 14-9 in the first half. Jaden Algarin made 6 saves for Puerto Rico as a third goal of the day fired home by Christian Laureato. He now has 5 goals in the championships. So the man up tally for Puerto Rico, making it 11-2. And again, it's a running clock, so it was a non-releasable penalty, but gets released because the time had expired now. Czech Republic has it now. They are the team in red with the blue shorts. Designated as the visiting team in this game. Final game of the day in Ireland today. Everything else has played and gone final. This is Krzysztof Adamiak, John Hewlis, feed in front and a quick stick finish. Tomas Kanodik, nice shot there. High to low, bouncing it home on the quick stick. It's 11-3. Probably the best offense I've seen from the Czech Republic today. Skipping it by Algarin. So 11-3. About 3 minutes have been played here in the third. It was 10-2 at halftime. Czech Republic will play Japan tomorrow. Japan picking up a win a few minutes ago against Israel to go to 1-0. And Puerto Rico will be off until Monday, where they'll play their final game of Group B play against Japan. Harrison Walpo had a goal in the first half. Starts to get downhill, dodges right towards the alley, bounces it to the far post. Save made, a rebound, and denied again. A couple of saves back-to-back by Josef Slavik. Unofficially has 5 saves now. But over midfield to Jakob Fleischmid. Well, stick checks there by William Mercano. All bouncing away here to the nearest sideline, diving and trying to keep it alive there. And it comes to Puerto Rico in the middle. Alcarcel. He's got a couple of goals in this game.
10 minutes remaining.
3 to be exact, and an assist. As we have played 5 minutes in the third quarter. William Mercado. Oh, nice move. Slide comes, gives it up. And the pass, not able to handle it, was Sean Laureato. Just shovels it back on the field of play. And now he jarred it loose there. But regained by the Czech Republic. And now with their keeper, Slavik, inside the crease. Tracking it down there. Tomas Kanodik, who has one of the 3 Czech Republic goals. Launched there to the far side. Lucas Kusera also has a goal. Martin Peck. One of the longer possessions offensively for the Czech Republic, working the ball around. Kanodik can't get his shot off. His pass is off target. There first, saving it in bounds, was Lucas Kusera. Getting it to Peck. Almost to the halfway point of the third quarter. Each team has 1 goal here in the third quarter. Defense played nicely by Zach Mateo, number 11 in white for Puerto Rico. Now it's the goalie, Algarin, with possession. Getting it off to Marcus Kreidler. So after all of that work in the offensive end, the Czech Republic never really got a shot off. They're trying to keep the pressure on, though, with the ride, and it's successful, creating the turnover. Krzysztof Adamiak bounces, save. And the defense there to help clean it up. Kreidler want to flip it to his goalie. He does. And now Puerto Rico looking to move it in transition. Marcel Vernon Jr. fires one wide of the cage. And they're going to call a hydration break at basically the midway point of the third quarter. 1 goal apiece from each team thus far here in the third quarter. Puerto Rico 11, the Czech Republic 3. Hydration break. We'll be right back here on laxsn.com.
Thank you for coming out, sticking with us, rooting for your country and your loved ones. Once again, that was a hydration break. We come out with Puerto Rico drinking the ball. Score's 11-3.
Scott Sudikoff back here with you. Time for the action to restart after the hydration break. Each team with 1 goal here in the third quarter. The only time this game was tied was 1-1. And then Puerto Rico went on a 5-goal run to end the first quarter. It had the 6-1 lead and pushed it out to an 8-goal lead at halftime, which it now, of course, remains at 11-3. First game in Ireland for the Czech Republic in Group B. Puerto Rico coming off an 11-3 win yesterday against Israel. Yeah, now up by that exact score right now. So far, offensively and defensively, things clicking for Puerto Rico. Their final game of group play will be on Monday when they play Japan, who just knocked off Israel earlier to go to 1-0. Israel 0-2. This is in Group B, of course. 4 teams in Group B. 23 different teams in the championships, a record number.
5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. 5:30.
We have over 60 of these games as Algarin able to trap it inside the crease. Over 60 of these games from the World Championships here on Lax Sports Network.
11-3.
Distributed on our main channel, Lax Sports Network, where Tom Eschen has been on the call, and also on these alternate channels, laxsn.com. Easy for me to say. Of course, other action in this tournament being played on ESPN Plus, and then you'll have those late semifinals and championship game. It will be on ESPNU at the end of all of this next week. Puerto Rico in control of the ball right now with 5 minutes left to go in the third. Puerto Rico has slowed things down a bit here with this lead, and again, running clock until the final minute and then final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. This is Christian Laureato. Rolls over a couple of defenders as he makes a pass and then a shot wide. Christian Laureato has 2 goals. And we had a couple of flags thrown, and we didn't see what happened, but you could hear the public address telling the players on the sideline to stay on the sideline. There must have been a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct and some unnecessary roughness from both sides there. Tempers flared momentarily. See if we can sort this out. See if there's any manpower difference. Try to sort out what just happened with those penalties. Looks like we're even. Looks like we're 5 on... No, looks like 5 on 4 here. Well, if I have it right, 2 penalties were called on the Czech Republic, 1 on Puerto Rico. No, it's 5 on 5, and it's a shot and a score. Even strength goal for William Mercano. 12-3 Puerto Rico. And the clock being... Clock being stopped again, and... Let's see if... Here comes shot by William Mercado. He scores. Whatever penalties had happened before the goal and whatever's happened here after the goal has not been officially entered into the statistics, so it's hard for me to relay some of the information. Now they're checking, wow, for a possible illegal stick here. See Brandon Aviles, who is the captain for Puerto Rico. No goal, an illegal stick there for William Mercado on that, we thought, a goal.
So just to update you on the hillside, that goal does not count. It is wiped out. The stick infraction is fixable, so it's just a change of possession with no goal.
So he'll have to go to the sideline and get that stick fixed up.
2:45 remaining in this third.
2:45 left to go in the third, 11-3. So I had a lot going on there the last couple of minutes. Picked up by Aviles. He's going to be a junior at Syracuse University. Owen Fasolka, who had the first goal of the day, 55 seconds into the game. It was 6-1 after one, 10-2 at halftime, and each team now with just one goal here in the third quarter. Slavic, the goalie for the Czech Republic, gets a piece of that shot with less than 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Walpo flings it back to the middle for Sean Laureato. Sean Laureato wears number 23, Christian Laureato in number 17. And there is an interception. Simon Kusera for the Czech Republic, and then throws it back away. Christian Laureato has it. Laureato losing his footing, and then coming down on top of him was Jan Polak. And a penalty flag thrown.
1 minute remaining.
Oh, a 2-minute penalty there. Oh, and a cross check to the back of the head, it looked like. By the way, that when I was trying to figure out those penalties back a couple minutes ago, it was unsportsmanlike conduct called one apiece. That's why you had 5-on-5, and then we thought it an even strength goal, but then the goal was waved off because of the illegal stick. But now we definitely have a man up here for Puerto Rico. And Slavic's done a good job overall as he holds the post there to make the save. That's 6 saves now. 20 shots taken by Puerto Rico. He's faced a lot of tough chances. And sideline screaming for offsides. There's 2 flags down. So offside was called on the Czech Republic, and then it sounds like because Puerto Rico was hollering and screaming for it the way they were, got an unsportsmanlike conduct issued to them as well. And that was after the 2-minute cross-checking penalty was called on the Czech Republic. You can also hear the sideline at one point asking how much time we got, how much time, because again, there's no visible scoreboards on these fields. They're just keeping the time and the score on the sideline and yelling them out every couple of minutes. Obviously, as you get later in the clock, you want to probably mention it every 30 seconds or so. And now I think the quarter is over because, again, we have running time. Although I hesitate waiting for an official announcement, but I'm guessing that is the end of the third quarter. Whatever it is 11-3. That is your score. Puerto Rico on top of the Czech Republic. We'll step aside and come back here. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 Championships live from Ireland here on laxsn.com. All right, fourth quarter begins here. After the penalties, Czech Republic starts with possession. As the quarter was coming to an end, you had the offside on Czech Republic with the unsportsmanlike conduct on Puerto Rico. But before that as well, you had the cross-checking penalty that still had its time left. Boys! 11-3 as this fourth quarter is underway. Look at here, there's 30 seconds on one penalty and then final seconds of another penalty. I think the penalty that's releasing now would be the 2-minute cross-checking penalty on the Czech Republic. So now it should be even strength. Czech Republic just trying to waste off all this time. All right, so now we're fully even as the Czech Republic continues to hold possession.
All penalties are released. We are even strength at 13:25 in the fourth. Score is still 11-3 in favor of Puerto Rico.
Getting downhill is Volchek Vazmik. Tobias Petrick. Bounces a pass to Lucas Cusera. Puerto Rico's sideline yelling out instructions there. Their head coach is Sean Mowry. Jaden Algarin still in goal for Puerto Rico, and a flag drawn by the Czech Republic going against Puerto Rico here. A slashing call. So 1 minute man up here for the Czech Republic. Saved by Algarin. Long rebound. Had it for a moment, did Kenny K. Lost it, though. The Czech Republic stays with it, and then, not able to get the shot off there was Friedel, and able to get back to it and attack the net with the advantage to score. 11-4 the score, and the Czech Republic also going to call a timeout after that goal was tallied. So 11-4 Puerto Rico on top of the Czech Republic in the fourth quarter. About 3 minutes have been played. The initial shot didn't go his way, but he hung with it to make it 11-4. Timeout on the field. Step aside for a moment here on laxsn.com.
Score is now 11-4 on the timeout clock. 11 minutes, 30 seconds. 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter.
Face off here after the goal that was scored by the Czech Republic and then the ensuing timeout. Avias
11:20 in the game. 11 minutes, 15
gets the face-off win. But 11:15 left to play in the fourth quarter here. Puerto Rico well on its way to being 2-0 in Group B play. Japan beat Israel earlier, so Japan 1-0, Israel 0-2. Czech Republic would fall to 0-1 here. This is their first game, and they'll play tomorrow against Japan, and then Monday against Israel. Puerto Rico, their third and final group game will be Monday, as a couple of players come in helmet to helmet there, and as flags come in. Czech Republic was able to score on a man up just a few minutes ago. A low shot scored by John Hewlett. 11-5. As the penalty time now elapses, so it is a man-up goal. Back-to-back for the Czech Republic. Finding a bit of momentum here, as it was 10-2 at halftime. So outscoring Puerto Rico 3-1 here in the second half. Might not have enough time to come all the way back, but try to get themselves playing better heading into tomorrow's game against Japan. Ooh, and these teams, since the middle of the third quarter, have got a little more aggressive with one another. See off that face-off, some shoves to the chest. Josef Slavic, the goalie for the Czech Republic, taking his time and now has the ball batted back and a big hit. Flag coming in, and penalty will be called on Adam Kucera. Got a slash. That's what the looks like that'll be. Yep. 3 minute. There it is to the arm. Oh, no, that was... They called it on... That was actually the goalie, Slavic, that initial... More of a stick check, I guess. And then the big overhand slash came in at the end. 3 minutes of penalty time. And I only have us for about 8 minutes left overall in the fourth quarter. Save made by Slavic, denying Owen Fasulka. Nice long clearance lead pass out to Czech Republic, though, is down a player for at least another 2 minutes after the 3-minute penalty on the slashing call. 2 minutes left on it. So Puerto Rico can be a bit more aggressive defensively right now. And you can see that. John Tobias moves the ball. Now it's with Tobias Pietrek. Czech Republic has scored the last 3 consecutive goals. In fact, Puerto Rico has not scored since 54 seconds into the third quarter, when they were up 11-2. And the overall time here is at about 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. A minute and 10 seconds left on the penalty time against the Czech Republic. So again, they're working a man down right now.
Just under 6 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
And you could hear 6 minutes left. Zach Mateo, defense for Puerto Rico, knocked the ball free momentarily, but the Czech Republic able to regain control. Kanotic into a double, stumbling through. Got a stick being held, it looked like there momentarily, and no flag thrown in. Comes once again to the Czech Republic, and ball is flying all over the place. And there's a save made. Rebound comes out. Puerto Rico has it. Players down on the field, slowly getting up. Now another loose ball through the midfield, behind the back pass. And I think we're even strength right now. And Slavic gets a save on a shot that was very in close to type by Sean Laureato. Very spirited for a 6-goal game right now. With about 5 minutes left. Czech Republic, a 4th consecutive goal now, and they're within 5, 11-6, counted for Lucas Kusera. And that is his 2nd goal of the game. Got a timeout called. 4th quarter. About 4 minutes left. 11-6 Puerto Rico on top of the Czech Republic in this Group B matchup here on laxsn.com.
With this hydration break, we also have penalty being assessed. By correction, that flag is picked up. It's just a procedure call. It was just a procedure call of that hydration break. Change of possession. Czech Republic will start with the ball.
Well, during that break, you saw into the Puerto Rico huddle, and they were animated, especially Colin Baez, who had some choice words for his teammates to get their heads back in the game, basically, as offensively they have been very quiet in the second half, have only scored 1 goal in the second half, and that was 54 seconds into the third quarter. Since then, the Czech Republic has scored 4 straight. Had a procedural call on Puerto Rico after the goal as well. And now, for the second time today, we have a stick inspection going on. time remaining, I have unofficially 4 minutes and 21 seconds. So, I mean, there is time left here for the Czech Republic to make the comeback. Of course, again, with the clock running until the 2-minute mark, then you'll have stoppages. They need to.
4 minutes, 15 seconds.
4 minutes, 15 seconds is what is announced.
Score is 11-6. Again, procedural call, fixable stick. So instead of possession, we'll start with a face-off.
So now we'll go to a face-off because I guess they have matching procedural calls. So it will be a face-off now instead of Czech Republic ball. Colin Baez, who I mentioned had the words of encouragement for his team, will be on the face-off, where today he is 11 for 16, and he's taken on John Tobias, who is only 1 for 11 at the X. And look at that. His second win had it, but he's surrounded by 3 Puerto Rico players, then lost it. I was about to say, nice time to pick up his second face-off win, but he then got triple teams. Whistles again here. Not much of a pace to this one, as a slashing call is called on the Czech Republic. It's been a lot of stops and starts in the second half. All right, so Puerto Rico now will work on the man up after a 2-minute slashing call at 56:05 of this game. So we're about 3:45 left now overall in this contest. Puerto Rico has seemingly not been very happy with the way that they've played here in the second half overall. Obviously, they built themselves up an 11-2 lead early on in the third quarter. And a couple of minutes away from being 2-0. Ball down. Kept alive by Puerto Rico. Now it's free on the near side. Going to get it is Aviles. Looks back at his coaching staff. 1 minute left on the penalty, and Puerto Rico will call a timeout. So we'll have a minute left of man-up time. Will Puerto Rico, and about 2.5, 3 minutes left to go overall in the fourth quarter. 11-6 Puerto Rico leads here on LaxSN.com.
For the score of 11-6. All right, 2 minutes, 31 seconds remain in the game.
2.5 minutes left. Man up here for another minute for Puerto Rico in the fourth quarter, up 11-6. Have led by as many as 9, but Czech Republic has scored the last 4 consecutive goals. But it's been spread out from Couple of minutes into the third quarter, all the way to a couple of minutes ago here in the fourth quarter. So haven't been able to really make Puerto Rico sweat here in this fourth, and they get one back. Does Puerto Rico. Christian Laureato with the man-up tally, his fourth goal of the game. And so he's got 6 goals over the first 2 games in Ireland. The rising sophomore at Mercer out of Bradenton, Florida. Overhand finish.
Last 2 minutes of the ball game.
With 2 minutes left.
12 to 6 in favor of Puerto Rico.
Oh, a stick went helicoptering away. Helicoptering? I don't know if that's an actual word, but you saw it. 12-6 Puerto Rico. Final minute 45 here in the fourth quarter. Final game of the day on this Friday in Ireland, and a full slate of action tomorrow. On August the 13th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 games tomorrow throughout the day. There's a game starting every hour between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern, actually between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern time, between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. the time in Limerick. And 7 of the 9 games tomorrow can be found here on Lax Sports Network, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern time with Kenya and Poland, followed by China and Wales at 7 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern time, the Czech Republic will take on Japan. That'll be on our main Lax Sports Network channel. 9 a.m. Eastern, Hong Kong and Netherlands. 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern, Jamaica and Ireland. The 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern game will be over on ESPN+. That'll be Australia and England. Noon Eastern time, we'll see Sweden and Uganda. 1 o'clock Eastern, Germany and Latvia. And then the final game of the day, which will be at 2 o'clock Eastern time, USA and Haudenosaunee will be over on ESPN+. And that's your full slate tomorrow of 9 games over the course of 8 hours. In terms of starting time, is Puerto Rico just holding on to the ball, and the final seconds come off the clock, and they take a 12-6 victory to go to 2-0 in these World Championships in Ireland. Again, led in the game by the 4 goals by Christian Laureato, and then 3 goals tallied by Joshua Valcarcel, and in goal, Jaden Algarin making 9 saves. Now, on the other side, the Czech Republic, they got 2 goals each from Stepan Friedel and Lucas Kusera. In goal for them all game with Joseph Slavik. He made 7 saves. Czech Republic falls to 0-1. They will play Japan, as I mentioned, tomorrow. And Puerto Rico will be off until Monday when they take on Japan as well in the final game for them in Group B play. That's going to wrap up our coverage here today. Thank you for watching Lax Sports Network's coverage of the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships. The final score in this one, Puerto Rico 12, Czech Republic 6. I'm Scott Sudikoff signing off for now. Talk to you tomorrow with more action from Ireland.